Hi guys, and welcome back for the final part of my Middle-earth fort that I've been building over the last couple of days. And here you see it's all done. And I'm really happy with it actually. Uh, yeah, it's basically, as you saw in the last video, nothing but clay, a sushi roller, uh, a bit of filler, and some cardboard. And there you have it, and some flock. And I'm really happy with how quickly it took to build, how simple it was to build, and how it's finally turned out. Um, so yeah, basically as you can see, it's literally been painted up, and a bit of flock stuck on it, and it's really proved to look really effective. It's got exactly the look how I wanted, which is sort of this old abandoned, sort of run down, sort of like Amon Hen. No, sorry, not Amon Hen. What's it called? Weathertop. Weathertop in the Fellowship of the Ring, Amonsul, or I forget whatever the Elvish name is for it. But yeah, the watchtower that Strider takes the hobbits to after they leave Bree. Sort of wanted that look, like it's been neglected and left, and people may have tried to use it, but it's genuinely sort of been forgotten about. And I thought that'd be a really cool idea to use as a bit of terrain, because it just gives the impression that the battles are really taking place across Middle Earth, both in the like castles and forts like Minas Tirith and Helm's Deep and stuff like that, which are maintained, but also in these sort of forgotten about backwater places where the defenders are having to use whatever they can get their hands on. So I did it all modularly on little boards of cardboard, because I wanted them to basically be able to move around. In hindsight, probably should have done another one of these so that I had two for either side, so I could sort of make a this main centre bit here, and then perhaps two sections of wall on either side. However, thinking about doing that, what means having three pieces is I can just use these spread out across the battlefield in other places. There's no need to marry them to this, because I think this will be a fairly imposing thing for a small army to have to deal with in the first place. So as you can see, with a 28 or 25mm figure, as I should say, there's Gandalf unpainted, unfortunately. Just about the right size. It's big enough for a troll to fit through, but I didn't really want anything else being able to get in there. I think that a troll really would be the largest thing I want to get in there, like Mumakills, ring wraiths, flying Nazguls, and flying fell beasts and stuff like that. Didn't really want them to be able to drop in too easily. I wanted it to be really about small forces skirmishing in there, and that was it. So to paint it up again, similar with my big terrain board I did a couple months back. It was literally cheap, kids quality acrylic paint. That's all it was really. There's no point in going out and blitzing, 10 or more quid on super expensive pots of paint when your cheap quality paints are going to give you just the same effect. So I had some brown, some black, some white, and that was it. That was literally all I had, and just mixing them up in different quantities to get darker and lighter shades. With all of the I did spray black paint to start with, and then for the mud and the dirt, it was brown with some black, and then brown and white. And the same with the rocks, the rocks, I guess, the stone. Grey with black, grey, then grey and white, and then a little bit of white just over the top for the dry brush, and then flock, some dark flock with a bit of light flock on top. That's it, guys. When you're building terrain, it can feel, because you in your own mind you sometimes build up the idea that these are going to be the centerpieces, but they're not. The centerpieces are going to be your army. That's what you're going to be. That's what we're going to be moving around the most. The terrain stays there, and while it's important to have nice looking terrain, and terrain that you're proud of, at the same time, don't feel so married to it that you're going to go blitz loads of cash on it. If you're going to do that, you might as well just buy it. If you're making it yourself, the idea is to reduce that price, and that's why I've done it like this. So, sushi roller here, which I didn't need anymore, so I cannibalised. To pull that apart, wood there, looks great. As stakes or whatever just stuck in the ground. Again, kids quality modelling clay, dries within 24 hours, that's fine. Cardboard, get cardboard from anywhere. And flock I had to buy from a modelling shop, unfortunately. But again, it was cheap quality stuff. no need to again go out and blitz loads of money on it. Just with the cheap stuff, and that's it, guys. That's how it looks. I want some toothpicks for the steaks, and that's it, guys. And you can do it too. I'm not saying that I'm the best person in the world for making terrain, because I'm not. But this is giving me so much confidence again, just like doing my terrain board did, to actually build this stuff myself instead of going out and spending money on stuff which would probably look lovely, but I don't have the same connection to. I'll give you guys a little bit of a look at some of them in closer detail. I won't pick up the fort, but yeah, this is one of the pieces I've done. A great technique I found. When putting green on stuff, I'm always very aware it's going to look really forced. What to do is to look for any imperfections in the paint you've done, any imperfections in the paintwork you've done, perhaps any places you missed paint, any places where you've accidentally perhaps got the wrong colour on there. Put PVA over that, and then put your flock over the top. And because it's in sort of a hodgepodge, sort of random spread, it looks far more realistic and organic. Like instead of you trying to place it in places you think look right, trying to cover up any mistakes you've made works far better. And as you can see, here, anyway, you can see flock on the rock really is where I felt the paint scheme didn't hold up as well as it could do, or I got some brown on there, so I covered it up and did this, and that's it. That's how it looks, guys. Again, with those steaks are very spiky. Again, with this one, anywhere where there's any green on is basically where I made a mistake, and I know it's cheeky and it's a bit of a sort of cheaty way of doing it, but it works well, and why not? Again, like I say, if you're doing this on the cheap, which is what I'm trying to do, and just also because I'm playing a lot of games recently, I want to have the stuff there sooner rather than later, and I don't really want to spend any money, seeing as I'm trying to build up my Tyranids and my Lord of the Rings stuff. I want to save that money for figures. I don't want to be spending it on terrain, which I can make myself. So again, really cheap clay, cheap flock, PVA glue, all sort of very cheap quality stuff you can get at your local discount store, and it works great. And just there you go. Again, made mistakes here, all around here. I just covered it up with flock. Flock is your friend, and you can tell it's cardboard. Not done anything to the bottom. But that's it, guys. That is really it. I'm going to be working on some more stuff in the next couple of days, hopefully. I do need to get some money together, because of course Christmas has just been, New Year's coming up. Money is not exactly the most it's not exactly in heaps, shall we say, at the moment, so it won't be a while till I buy anything new. But as far as making stuff, I've got a bit of clay left over, always got cardboard and PVA lying around, so I'll probably be making something else to show you guys. And yeah, thanks very much for all the likes and comments and all that sort of stuff. It means a lot. I'm thinking of maybe doing a Facebook group for the Scrumpy Kiwi, and when I do, I'll put a link to that. And yeah, guys, like I say, thanks very much. Any questions you've got that you'd like to ask about this, go for it. Or any advice or anything like that you want to pop on there, go for it. I'm always open to that. And thanks very much, guys, for all your support this year. And coming up to the new year, I'm looking forward to bringing battle reports to the channel. And yeah, getting other gamers out there, other war gamers, on the channel as well, giving their opinions on stuff, and maybe even looking over some rules, stuff which I've never done before, so getting properly into the gaming side of it as opposed to just the making side of it. So thanks, guys. Cheers for bearing with me now, coming up to 10 minutes, and have a good one. Happy New Year. Bye bye.